Today is the last day of the year. The year 2024 has come to an end. To some of you, when you are watching this video, it could be a few hours. To some of you, the day has only begun. To some of you, it is still midnight in Americas. And I want to tell you this. I want to tell you two things I learned through this year. And I want you to share with me, comment down below on what struggle or what thing happened to you, what problem happened to you, what suffering have you endured throughout the year. And I want those, you and me, when we share our stories, we can inspire others, we can make a change, and we can shape the world. I'll go first. The year started for me was a bang, from government exam to getting my results. It was fairly good in the eyes of the average people, in the eyes of my teacher. But it was quite disappointing in my eyes when I see I never achieved what I wanted to say I did. I never got the straight A plus that I wish. I never got the valedictorian, you name it, right? I never got them. I never got the straight A. My target was off, my GPA was off, everything was bad. And some time went by, and there was a long gap. There was a long gap of uh, between me, my graduation, and also my college. So during those 6 months, I slack off really hard. I stopped going to the gym. I stopped doing my self improvement. I stopped and I slowly fell into my old habits again. Because why? Because there's no anything to hold me accountable. Back then, my friends would be like, yo, asking me and checking out on me on how's my self improvement have gone, how's my gym, how's everything in my life, right? They'll see my progress and they will be like, oh, good job, man. You know, there's some sort of accountability. And once that is gone, everything fell apart. And truth to be told, that was one of my worst lives that I could ever be in. And just about I walked past that and got into college. You know what happened? I got dumped by a girl that I used to talk a lot with, that I care a lot. It was a day before my college, and things were not from a great start, you could see. But I still powered through, got a lot of mental breakdowns here and there, suicidal thoughts, depression, you name them, right? But it is what you go through that you fight that makes you stronger. Yes, I could have given up at that moment. But you know what happened? I doubled down. I doubled down on the things I said I want to do at the start of the year. And back then, I would always dream it'd be nice if I had a personal brand. And just look at me today, 2 months in, almost third month, and I'm speaking here in front of all of you. It's because of I conquered my fears. And I'll tell you this and I'll tell you again. You cannot run from your problems. And you never ever want your dream to die in your sleep. What do I mean by you dream die in your sleep? Is that every day you dream about a specific thing happen. To some of you, it could be earning 100K. To some of us, it could be retiring your parents. It could be getting an extra income. You know, an extra $100 is a lot to some of you. Right? There's a specific goal that you have in mind, the dream that you have. And every day you say you want to do it. Every day you say you dream on doing it. But you know what happens? Is that you don't do anything that make you a step closer. You don't learn a skill that makes you a step closer, and you just wake up do your thing, go to school, and be on autopilot and go back to sleep. And you repeat that cycle until you fucking die. That's when I say, don't let your dreams die in your sleep. It's okay to sacrifice sleep to do what achieve you for a greater goal. It's for you to suffer now, then you suffer later. You pick happiness now, then you suffer 20, 50 years down the line. If your 20s filled with, working your ass off, your 40s and 50 could be going around the world, touring everything and going on like 200 plus countries, you name it, right? It's only to you to pick the difficult path. And it's meant for all of you. The journey that is pain, torturing, is meant for you. You could never escape it. According to Murphy's Law. You don't wish for the problem to go away. The problem will never run away. The problem is there to chase you down. And everything that could go wrong will go wrong. That happened in my life this entire year. I got rejected by a girl that, initially went well and then got rejected. It could go wrong, but it did went wrong. So what? The only thing I could do is handle with the basic stoicism theory. You're meant to suffer because things will go wrong. And when they go wrong, the only thing you could do is to accept and adapt to it. You can't escape from a problem. Your lift, your gym, the weight doesn't come lighter. It's you become stronger as you face them. You go to the gym more and more, you get stronger. It's not your weight getting lighter, bro. It's you gaining the strength to carry the load. That's what makes you different. That's what makes you stronger. Principle 2 that I uphold, like I say on previous video, adaptability is how we win. And that's how far we have become from the evolution from the human race until the species of Homo sapiens won the war and fought against all the species and is the last one standing. And it evolved and evolved until what we have today. All the skyscrapers, the pyramids, from the Great Wall of China to you name was 7 wonders of the world, right? They were all creations of the human mind. Because if we never adapt in the first place, in the old days, then we would never exist today. It is the principle of survival, the principle of maintaining to survive, to thrive. Once without adaptability is those one who shall extinct in the face of anything, problem, nature. If you don't adapt, you die. That's the rule of the nature. Well, for the third one, for those who stayed for the video, congratulations. Some peasants who click off and watch Squid Game Season 2, which I heard someone talk about it, and I don't give a shit. I didn't even watch Season 1. And if you don't watch it, congrats. You're working on yourself, right? This is something that I tell a lot of people, and a lot of people, they don't understand for the third one. They'll be like, what the fuck, you torture yourself, bro? Like, why go on a cold shower at 5 a.m. in the morning? Why meditate without your top, like, in the cold? Like, why put yourself in suffering? Why do voluntary suffering, bro? Like, they'll say, are you insane? Why do you fast for so long hours and you go to the gym after your fast? You want to die or something? Like, people question me a lot of time. A lot of them say I'm insane, and so be it. The path of self-improvement is always never be the normie. Because it is common, it's never worth it. You look out there, the only reason why Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bugatti, the moment you look at one of them, you'll be like shocked and want to take picture of one of them and you want to brag about how you saw one of them. You know why? It's because of you. It's rare. Look at all around you. If a Toyota passed by you, You probably don't give a shit. Because you know why? A Toyota is too common. Anyone can own a Toyota. But can anyone own a Bugatti? That's what makes you different. Limitability, scarcity. That is what makes you top. Is there a lot of billionaires out in the world? No. Is there a lot of trillionaires? Millionaires? No. As a matter of fact, the rarer it is, the more attention it gets. And you might say, why put yourself in pain? It's because the moment you put yourself in a lot of pain, you foster gratitude for the smallest things that happens to you. It could be water, bro. It could be just plain drinking water, or water you can access for shower, bro. That makes you a deep sense of gratitude. It could be just chicken, a basic meal of chicken, rice. You name that shit. When you go through that suffering, you know how good it is for you to have. A lot of people are always complaining, my internet is shit, all this, my computer ain't good, and all of those bullshit excuses they give. If you have a will, you find a way, bro. And that's why I put myself through voluntary suffering, voluntary pain, so that I know how good my life is compared to those people who fight and pay to be in my spot. Out there's a million people, probably a million, that were eager to be in you. And you are here complaining about the water is too cold at 5 a.m. Think about it. Think about the monstrosity of how luxury your life is. And compared to an African child who have no access to water, no food, and they probably starve, no shelter. You need to go through the pain so you know how good your life is, and you continue to fight to make your life better. And I cannot stress this enough. For most of us that's in the 20s, it's either make it or break it. And I'm not in my 20s yet. I'm still 18. Next year I'll be 19. A lot of things come and go. And you know that. And your parents don't have much time for you. Every day you tick away. And they starting getting older and older. Your time is not much. You don't have much time left, bro. The only thing you could do is work hard now. Start the new year and don't rely off motivation high. Be the one to strive. And just maybe that dream of yours becomes a reality.